Standing before thousands in St. Peter's Square on March 25th, Pope Leo XIV delivered a message that traditionalists cheered and progressives quietly lamented. The priesthood is reserved to men, and this is not negotiable. Drawing directly from Vatican II's Lumen Gentium, the pontiff explained that the Church, quote, possesses a hierarchical structure that works in the service of unity, mission, and sanctification. This structure, he emphasized, is not a human construct functional to the internal organization of the Church as a social body, but a divine institution. The words echoed those of his predecessors, but their timing, during the first year of his pontificate, sent a clear signal about his priorities. Why only men? Leo rooted the male-only priesthood in apostolic succession. The apostles were the first budding forth of the new Israel, and at the same time, the beginning of the sacred hierarchy, he said, quoting the council's decree ad gentes. The ministerial priesthood differs in essence and not only in degree from the common priesthood of all the baptized, he explained, because ordained men receive sacra potestas, sacred power, for service in continuity with the 12. The theological foundation is straightforward. Christ chose only men as apostles. The Church, bound by that example and the apostolic tradition, considers itself without authority to change what Christ established. But this straightforward statement lands in a complex moment. Leo's reaffirmation arrives just weeks after he named two women to key Vatican positions, Sister Simona Brambilla as prefect of the Dicastery for Religious Life and Sister Tiziana Merletti as its secretary, the first time a woman has led a Vatican congregation. Before becoming pope, as Cardinal Prevost, he championed having women serve on the Vatican board that vets bishop nominations, a revolutionary reform under Pope Francis. Maria Lia Zervino, who served with him on that board, told the Associated Press that Leo, quote, doesn't need to learn how to work with women, how to let them speak, to listen to them, to have them participate in decisions, because that's what he does anyway. But Kate McElwee sees the male-only priesthood as an incomplete project. Do we worship patriarchy, or do we worship the life and works of Jesus Christ? She asked, following Leo's election. Leo's catechesis highlighted the collegial nature of apostolic ministry. Quoting Paul VI, the hierarchy is born of the charity of Christ. He concluded with a prayer for ministers who are ardent with evangelical charity, dedicated to the good of all the baptized, and courageous missionaries in every part of the world. What he didn't say may matter as much as what he did. The audience made no mention of the women's diaconate, a question Pope Francis left unresolved. Leo's silence, for now, leaves room for interpretation. The deeper question for Catholics isn't whether the priesthood will open to women. Leo has effectively closed that door. The question is what new forms of leadership and decision-making will emerge for the lay faithful, especially women, in a church that insists on male priesthood while desperately needing all its members to step forward. As one of Leo's close collaborators put it, turning women into clerics doesn't necessarily solve the problem. It might make a new problem. The real task, then, is discovering how to fully integrate the gifts of all the baptized without pretending the priesthood is something it's not.